So many of my clients complain about gas and bloating, and very often it's blamed on gluten or dairy. And yes, that can be true. Sometimes these can be the triggers, but these can also be looked at if our digestion is working well, then there is no intolerance to gluten and dairy, but that's for another video next time. But today I wanted to share you then with some tips or what could help you when you experience gas and bloating, and what can you do to avoid that. So number one is not having regular meals. That means that sometimes our breakfast is at 7, sometimes at 9, sometimes we skip it completely, lunches as well whenever we have time, and dinner as well, and very often especially dinner is very late. So it's so important to have regular times for our meals. Our digestion gets accustomed for regular meal times. The body prepares itself knowing that the meal is coming. So it has enough enzymes, it has enough digestive juices to help us to digest the food. So number one, make sure that you have good regular eating times, that you don't skip the meals, and you really nourish yourself and nurture yourself with that, so you make that as a priority. Number two is that we are kind of snacking and nibbling and grazing all the time. That very much goes with the same principle, or the first tip is that we don't have regular meal time, so we just kind of graze and nibble here and there all the time. So that also will prevent us from digesting the food properly. When we put something into our stomach before the previous meal has fully digested, it often causes gas and bloating. So make sure you have 3 proper meals at regular times, and you will definitely reduce your gas and bloating. And number 3 is that we eat on the go. We eat being rushed. We don't chew our food. So it's so important to eat in a calm manner. We have a proper sit-down meal, and we take our time to chew the food. Because it's if we rush through our food, we are looking on the phone, we are consuming something on internet, or we're talking too much. All of that are vata provoking activities and will increase the vata. And one of the vatta's kind of tendency is to go towards gas and bloating. There is space and too much space and air in our body. So make sure that you slow down, you eat in a calm manner with reverence to the food. And finally is our mind. So our mind as well plays huge part in our digestion. If we are filled with fear and anxiety and worry, these are also very much vata increasing thoughts and feelings and emotions what we are experiencing. So it's important to pay attention that how we're feeling, especially when we're eating. It doesn't matter how good or how nutritious or how perfectly prepared that meal is. If we sit down being stressed and anxious or angry, we will not digest that food. So make sure that you take care of your mind, change the perspective about the world around you, or the way you see the world, and you will see the difference also in your digestion. So here you have a few tips that might help you to eliminate your gas and bloating. Give it a go and report back how it's going. I have a couple of videos that I've done about dosha. So I mentioned vata dosha is very much responsible for the gas and bloating. So I'll link the video for vata dosha below, and make sure you subscribe as well so that you are up to date when I'm dropping a new video. Till then, namaste.